Hi everyone. So today's video, as stated in the title, it's gonna be a little different. I am still gonna do a little bit of makeup. The only thing is that everything that I use I will list it below because I have to go to work. So I really want to talk about this documentary that came out on Netflix. It's called Broken. So, and sorry if you see me looking down and stuff because I have to get ready. So I'm gonna just right into it. So it's called Broken, and it was really good. Now, at first, when the owner of Makeup Geek talked about it, I had to say I thought it was gonna be the type of documentary that's gonna talk about influencers and the drama and the behind the scenes type thing and all of that other extra stuff, but because the title's a little bit deceiving. So when I actually saw it, I was like, oh, this had to come a long time ago, because I'm very proud. I have to say, besides the little drama that happened with it, I am very proud that she did something like this, or Netflix did something like this, because this is something that is touched on a lot. Well, not too much, but it's touched on, but it's not really out there. Like, not everybody talks about it, not everybody is well informed about it. So I'm coming to you as a three person type thing. So one, I'm a consumer first, so I'm coming to you with that aspect of my point of view to this documentary. Second, as you guys know, I work for Sephora, so as a retail makeup artist associate to the company. And third, as an upcoming beauty influencer. So I have 3 points of view when it comes to this documentary. And I'm always going to start off with the consumer. So as a consumer, it's scary. It is so scary because we all want the latest things. We all want to feel that we have it all. Or we just want it just to say, hey, like, I could afford it, I got it, or I'm proud that I was able to get something that's so high in demand, or anything like that. But what we have to also realize as consumers is that we have to do research. And this documentary is not, I saw it as that this is not only for makeup, this is for everything. Like, even like clothing, like they have like fake clothes there, fake name brand clothes, food. Like, now in food, they're like, oh, you have to be careful, you don't know what they're putting on there, it's not pure what they're saying, they're mixing it with these other things. Like, you have to be careful with that. Like, it's so many things that we have to now as consumers really do our own research. And now this is where I'm gonna put my influencer point of it, and not only rely on influencers or even retail consumers, retail associates as well. Like, we as consumers have to really put our 2 cents, do our research, and go there just as knowledgeable as these people are when it comes to selling things. And it's not only, hey, influencers are here. We're here to, yes, show you the latest, show you, talk about the product, you know, show you how it works and everything like that. But we also, as influencers, we should also do our research and not only depend on the brands to, like, tell us about it. Oh my God, it's like so much, I can't even. So my thing is here. I'm going to give you like a little background detail what happens when people come to my job. When people come to my job, a lot of them are foreigners. And they come, you know, super excited to get the latest, and a lot of them come in there, and even locals come in there, and they're like, what is the latest? Like, what is hot? What is on demand? What is this? What is that? And yeah, perfect. I'm excited to show you because I want you to be in the in crowd and the beauty community crowd and all of that stuff. I'm happy for that. But you also have to go in there knowing something. And it's great that you depend on us as the experts to like go in there and teach you and show you and tell you. But you have to know something. They have come, a lot of people have come, and if you work in retail, especially in the beauty community, you know I'm not lying. There's people that have come and said, for example, I want the new Narita palette. Perfect. Here it is. They look at that price, especially foreigners. They look at that price, and the first thing they do is pull out that calculator and start calculating, well, how much is that going to cost me in my country? And it's cool, whatever, because, the whole conversion thing or whatever the case may be. And so they're there calculating, and 99% of the time they say, that's too expensive. I mean, you're paying $65, $80 for a palette. You're paying $50 for foundation. You're paying $40 for concealer. You're paying $90 for a face cream or whatever the case may be. That's expensive to me, and I live in the United States. So it's crazy that, they're calculating how much money that's going to cost them. And then they say, oh, no, I can't get it because it's too expensive, even when I calculate and convert it to my country's money. So this is where they go and they shop it somewhere cheaper. Because I've even seen them ask me, hey, I'm going to this location. Is it still going to be the same price? Yeah, it's a legit business. It's going to cost you the same price no matter where you go, that they sell legit products. Now, here's the thing. When I see that, there's definitely the disappointment there when they see that final number on their calculator and they're like, I can't get it. And they feel very disappointed and they're like, oh my gosh, like, I can't get this. Like, and they feel sad. But this is where us, and I feel as even beauty influencers could do this, and I see some of them, they do this, but a lot of them don't. And you guys could show the dupes. And when I'm saying dupes, is like legit brands that make similar products for a cheaper price. But they're legit. They're not like, oh, you're going to find it at this store and it's fake. No, it's a legit brand that even the same company that's selling it, the brand could be right next to them. And you'll be like, oh, hey, so you're looking for such and such foundation. And I know this foundation costs this and this amount of money, but I have this foundation that does the same exact thing as this other foundation for half the price. And they're like, okay, well, show me. And you could show them, and you could even show them the one that they want, right? And then the one that is like the dupe, the official dupe to that brand, and they'll see it is exactly the same. Like, I'm gonna be straight up. The NARS foundation is literally the best foundation ever. But Anastasia's foundation is a dupe to that foundation. So if you cannot spend $50 on that foundation, you could definitely go and try the Anastasia foundation for half the price. And you get the same quality. Same texture, same finish, just half the price. It's crazy, but it's legit business, it's legit brands, and they're both sold under the same legit business. Like, so this is, as consumers, you have to do the research and go in there too, into these stores, and ask like, hey, what else do you guys sell that could be a dupe to this brand, or a dupe to this, or a dupe to this? Like, you guys have to like also, don't feel like you have obligations to get the hottest things and get like, yes, I need to get the latest palette because that's what's in. Everybody has it. No, you don't have to. Like, I feel like sometimes we get so caught up on wanting to show and display that we have it, but at the end of the day, we don't have it. And that's something that this generation is really, really like, they get so caught up on that. Like, you want to have it all, and in real life, you can't. You're probably in a situation where you can't have it all, and you can't have the latest beauty stuff. When I started freelancing, I'm gonna be straight honest, and I still buy these things just to remind me, like, girl, you guys can look at my vanity right now and my makeup drawer and my skincare stuff, and it's legit crazy. Like, I have so many stuff. Yes, I am grateful for the job that I have, but I still, even though when I run out of certain things, like my official kit when I first started, I still buy those things just to remind myself that this is what you started with. Like, you didn't start with all of this other stuff that you have now. Like, literally, when I was freelancing, this is the only 3 mascaras that I have, and they're all from L'Oreal. I couldn't give $22 for a mascara. This was the in mascara when this first mascara came out. When I first started freelancing, I couldn't do that. It wasn't in my price range to give $22 for mascara. So I went and did my research. Oh, L'Oreal is a dupe to the Better Than Sex mascara, and I went to CVS, a legit business, and went and brought the mascaras. Now, the Anastasia Brow Gel, I still don't own one because I can't find myself giving $21 for an Anastasia Brow Gel. As it's amazing. I use it in my services at work. But again, I use Maybelline as my brow gel, and it's amazing, guys. Like, don't sleep on these pharmacy brands. And it works just the same as the Anastasia Brow Gel. So, you know, there's so many things that you guys could find as a dupe, but sold in legit businesses. Like, you guys don't have to feel like you have to buy it at a corner or flea market or somewhere where you don't even know where it was made and stuff like that. Like, you know, you guys have to pay attention to what you're buying. I actually really like, if you guys haven't seen it, I'm not gonna spill everything because I really want you guys to see the documentary because it's really, really good. If you guys notice that one of the people there point out some really cool details. Look at your packaging. If you're gonna go and buy from these places and you want to take that chance and mess up your skin, catch a disease, like, listen, I am a consumer, and I'm gonna say it again, I am a consumer. I am a makeup retail employee, and I'm an upcoming influencer. And when they gave me the heebie-jeebies when they were like skin rashes that they'd never seen before, I was like, what in the world? Like, what's going on? Like, read the packaging, guys. Read the labels. Like, pull up. Like, there is so many pictures on social media. Like, Instagram's, like, these brands, like, they're constantly doing close-up pictures. Look at your favorite beauty influencer and look at freeze pictures and see how, like, the packaging looks, the wording. When it's fake packaging or fake products, a lot of the times the sequence of the words are different. They're not even. The packaging itself looks kind of weird. They are not, like, synchronized correctly, or a lot of times they're misspelled. So you really want to go ahead and, like, take time and look at details when it comes to buying these things because it's scary. Like, it was so scary for me. Like, I felt bad, but I could also see why people do it. I mean, you want it, but is it really, do you really have to risk your health to get it? Like, that's the question. Is it really that necessary for you to risk your health because you want something so bad? Think about it. I mean, I wish there was like a part 2 to this, because I feel like there's still so much more that could be said. But yeah, I really love it. If you guys saw it, I really want you guys to really talk. Let me know in the comments below, like, what do you think of the situation? What is it that you feel should be added, or should they focus more on? I feel like they did a really good job. Even going across seas to even show you how these things are made, like that was really, to me, impressive. And I have to say, for the one brand that took the time to actually show us how things are run in their brand, is super cool too. That I feel like that was really cool of them to do something like that and take their time to actually show their consumers like how things are done. Because I know sometimes we see influencers go into these brands labs, and they teach you like here and there, like, oh, this is how you make this, or this is how you make that. But to actually see the process of that was pretty cool. I wish a lot of brands would do that more, or do tours, especially if you're here located in the United States. Do tours of your factory and check out and let your consumers see what's like really, how things really work out for you guys, because that also creates a more, I would say, bond relationship between the consumer and the brand. And there's more of like a trust between there as well, between both parties. Another thing that I wanted to point out, and I don't know if a lot of you guys know, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but like to cover all my bases with you guys. This is like my makeup thing, so stuff don't fall on it, in case you guys are wondering, like, why is she wearing a bib? It's not a bib, it's a towel. One thing that I love, and I think all these brands should do this, because I found out that, well, when this brand first came out, I found out that a certain company sells a certain brand, and that brand is not legitimately sold. Like, they don't have a contract with this company to sell their brand in that store. So it's crazy, because at first I never brought it from that store. But at first I was like, whoa, that's insane. So, but it happens, right? Because look, they talked about it. But anyway, what I was gonna say is that I appreciate that, like, Anastasia, in her website, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, she has a section, and in that section it says where her products could be found, what stores. And that to me is amazing. And then on top of that, it says if you see our products sold and it's none of these locations, you have like a contact information that you could go on and like let them know, and they like investigate it. But I feel like that's so cool, and that also minimizes this whole traffic of fake beauty products being sold. So if you guys never noticed it, you guys should check it out. Like, if you're going overseas, especially to a country you've never been or anything, something like that, or a city you've never been, and you want to see if they sell their products, definitely check that out and see if it's sold. Go to our website and see if it's sold in any of those places that you're going, because to me, that is one of the smartest ideas that a brand could do. And it's also a safety hazard for their consumers. So I really, really, really like that. And I wish a lot of brands did that as well, because that's really, really important. Like, for a brand to take their time to go ahead and give that information. You know, some of you guys may say, well, yeah, that's just for them to make more profit. So whatever the case may be, it's also a safety concern. And that's how I see it. I mean, people are going to have their negative comments about it or whatever the case may be, but I don't see nothing wrong with that. And that's my personal opinion. But I feel like more brands should do that and disclose where their products are sold. I know a few hair products do that now, because their products are being sold in places that they don't have contracts with. And if you notice, on certain brands Instagram pages, on their bio, they actually have where do they sell their stuff. So you guys should also read that and check, read the bio of your brands that you guys like and see, and check out on their website as well. Don't only go by influencers, because influencers 99% of the time they get stuff mailed to them, and if the brand doesn't tell them where they sold, the influencers are not gonna know. And I know a lot of you guys are always commenting on these brands comment section, like, oh hey, where can I find this? Oh hey, where can I find that? And because it's a lot of comments, brands do tend to miss it. And especially if they answered a few times already the same questions, a lot of brands are going to stop answering, and they're going to feel like, well, we already answered them in the comments, it'll pop up in there. But 99% of the time, because if it's a very big brand and they have thousands of comments, it's most likely you're not going to see that response. So like I said, it goes back to doing the research yourself and checking to see where these things are being sold. I am trying to do a cut crease here, but yeah, this was like a big failure. So I don't know what I'm doing now. Let's just heal this baby out. Yeah, whatever. And my stuff off. So yeah, so that was like my thing with this whole Broken documentary. Once again, I'm very proud that Netflix came to her, whatever the situation was, came to her when she went to them, whatever it was. I'm just happy that it was done and it is out, and it's getting a lot of attention. Believe it or not, a lot of people are talking about it. The only thing is that if you don't, it was a little hard for me to find it, because the owner to Makeup Geek doesn't have it like on her Instagram page, like the name of the documentary. And then when you Google it, it's like people are like, oh, they're just showing you this fight that's going on Twitter, or what's going on Twitter, whatever the case may be. I don't know. I'm not getting involved in that. But Netflix also didn't have it on Instagram. On Netflix Instagram, the title wasn't there either. So it was like, oh my God, it's like a little hard to find it. But now you guys know, because it's on the title. The documentary is called Broken. And you guys really have to see it. Like, I am so happy this happened, to be honest. I'm so happy. And now even me as a person that works for a big retail store, it's also something to keep a lookout for when, consumers come in asking for stuff, even if we don't sell it, it could be something that we don't sell. And they're like, where can I find it? Where can I find it? And I'm like, we don't sell it. Like, that's not something that the company even sells, So even in those situations, it's good to give some type of awareness to the consumer, to let them know, like, hey, just be careful, it might not be legit or whatever the case may be. So something to really, really think about, because I really care for this community. I really love this community. I feel like there's room for everybody here, and no matter if you're rich or poor or wealthy or whatever, like, it's just the beauty community is someplace where you could express yourself. I'm not an artistic person, but in makeup, I feel like I'm freaking Picasso. So yeah, like, I feel like I fit in. But and a lot of people also feel that way. And I feel like, these little bad apples shouldn't mess it up, or you should have a bad experience and feel some type of discouragement. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, because there's an experience in this video, and I felt so bad for her. And it's a scary experience to feel that. I mean, to go in to buy something feeling like, oh my gosh, like, this is it. And, like, I have it. Let me post pictures. Let me post a picture of me wearing the product. And then you're getting ready to, like, look fabulous. And then the next thing you know, your face is probably falling apart. Your eyes are all itchy and red. And let's say you have to go somewhere that same day, and you're getting ready, and the next thing you know, you have stuff coming out of your face. Your lips are swelling up or busted or whatever. That's scary. Like, that is so scary. And we shouldn't, we should look out for each other. And if we see something, be like, hey, this doesn't feel right, or hey, this doesn't. And I feel like in that aspect, the consumers are doing so good on that. Like, us as consumers, we're doing really, really good on that. We're actually, like, voicing out, like, hey, this doesn't feel like the way you described it, or this doesn't really works, or whatever the case may be, the way you said, or the way the brand is saying. It's really good for you guys to, like, voice out, because, to be honest, we all have jobs because of consumers. We are all consumers, no matter what way you want to see it. And we all have to speak up, because that's how things are going to get fixed, and that's how people are going to listen and fix whatever has to be fixed. So that is my take on the documentary of Broken. I didn't want to make this video too long about it, but it went long enough. I hope you guys get the chance to see it. I really hope that you guys take some important information and really sit there and think about your purchases for the future, or when you're referring something to someone, making sure that you're giving the correct information to that person, because it's scary to say, but it's like kind of their life is in your hand type thing, because they're going by what you're recommending, and everything you're saying, they're taking it to heart, basically. So yeah, that's it. That's my intake on it. I am going to finish my makeup. I blend this out a little bit more and get ready to leave for work. I hope you guys got some tips. Excuse my noise in the background. Hope you guys really enjoy my point of view of it and how I feel. And I feel like this is something the beauty community should be talking more about. Brands as well I feel like brands should come out a little bit more and talk about this, because you know, this is their brands that are being basically cheated on, and people are sometimes getting away with it, and it's sad, because you know, a lot of these owners, they work very hard. These brand owners work very hard for their products to be a specific standards, and you know, they want us as consumers to really enjoy it and stuff like that. But when situations like this happen, and it happened, this is not something new, this has been going on for years. When stuff like this happens, it's like, it's pretty sad, because not only are they not making money, but we're being cheated on products and being told like, oh yeah, it's legit, and when it's not. And that's not fair to all parties. So I'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys on my next video. Hope you had some fun today with me. For those that don't know me, my name is Mercedes. You guys can follow me on Instagram. I'll put the links below and my tags and everything, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.